I'm 680 News Senior Business Editor Mike Eppel. Over the course of this week, we're getting the earnings in from Canada's biggest cannabis companies, and we're learning exactly how much money these companies are making or losing in the legalized market space. It's all about building up the business, though, at this point. As Aurora Cannabis of Edmonton reported fourth quarter results that showed sales up 83% to $54 million. That was up over 300% on a 12-month comparison. But they lost $230 million overall as they're investing a lot back into the business, building new processing facilities, breaking ground on a new logistics plant near the Edmonton International Airport, for example. Company CEO Terry Booth is saying that what keeps them up at night, actually reaching the supply of the demand for the cannabis market space. They sold over almost 7,000 kilograms of cannabis in the fourth quarter of the year. And that was substantially higher than the year ago and continuing to meet the supply crunch. Booth saying that it's going to take up to 5 years for things to reach balance. Shares of Aurora Cannabis up today, and the pot stocks did quite well on Bay Street. Ottawa's Shopify has been a fast growth story. This is the company that provides the back-end support for e-commerce. It's seen substantial year-over-year sales activity. Just in the past year, the sales in the fourth quarter jumped 54% to over $300 million. Now, they're still losing money on an operating basis, and perhaps a little bit of a crunch going forward when it comes to overall sustaining that type of growth rate. We saw Shopify stock just on Monday hit a record high north of $220 per share at the TSX, down slightly today. Well, the Netflix of fitness is reportedly considering a stock sale on Wall Street. Peloton, this is the company that makes those high-tech spinning bikes, all tied in via video conference to a basic training system back in New York City. Seen rapid growth. It's got locations here in Toronto and in Edmonton, planning to expand across the country as well, and in the United States. Certainly, the company's latest valuation could be worth upwards of $4 billion. No word yet when they'll go public specifically this year, but could be a big financial boost to the company in its global expansion initiatives. Well, some weak sales in the beer business out of Molson Coors Brewing. Company saw its sales slump in the U.S. in 2018 under, well, basically changing trends. More consumers choosing wine or spirits, or now even legalized marijuana in some cases. The company also said it's going to restate its earnings for 2016 and 2017, taking into account some new accounting recalculations. Shares of Molson Coors down by 5% in Wall Street trade today. And in time for this weekend's Family Day weekend here in Ontario, Loblaws is launching no-name beer under the Buck-A-Beer program. It's only going to be sold in 6-packs at select LCBO locations at a price point of $6.60 for a few days over this long weekend, and then up to $10.45 as of in select LCBO locations going forward. Loblaw saying that when they piloted Buck-A-Beer to Ontarians last fall, the results were unbelievable, so it was a no-brainer to bring out the Buck-A-Beer program under the no-name label for a limited time only. From the 680 newsroom, I'm Mike Eppel for City News.